Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Ty with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, and leave a comment in the YouTube section if you find value at any time during this video. Appreciate it. Let's dig in. This is one-day chart for Luna on TradingView. And our objective today is basically analyze this chart and also make some talk about some potential buy entry levels. Let me get my mouse highlighter on. Here we go. So what do we have here? This is an updated chart from my previous one. So that's also registered. That's also on Twitter. Luna has been ranging between $49.50 and $60.61. So basically within this channel here. Here's the top, here's the bottom. It's been ranging within there. And it's also inside this descending triangle. That descending triangle is a bearish pattern. And Luna has been putting in some green/white candles here. And it broke through the horizontal channel resistance and also above the descending triangle resistance line. However, it bounced back down inside the triangle. It's currently right here. You can barely see it. It's inside the triangle and it's also below the resistance line. So it's back down here. What's also interesting about this chart is that here we have the red 200-day moving average. Luna has been using that as support. You see that it bounced down against the 200-day moving average and then bounced back up, retested, bounced back up, retested, bounced back up. So that's pretty cool. So if it breaks this 200-day moving average line, that's going to be extremely bearish. Currently, it hasn't held it below there yet. What's also interesting is the 50-day moving average, which is this pink line right here. Ever since Luna dropped below that line, it's been ranging between the 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. Here, when it bounced up against the horizontal resistance line and the descending triangle resistance line, that's also the area where the 50-day moving average is. Bounced against there, dropped back down. So it's being squeezed between these two moving averages. With regard to the Bollinger Band, here's the top of the Bollinger Band, and here's the bottom of the Bollinger Band. The current tiny little red candle is just below the Bollinger Band, the upper Bollinger Band. A couple other areas we want to focus on for Luna is this area here. That's roughly at around $35.29. That's the second highest traded volume for this range, going back to roughly 2021, June of 2021. The other high traded volume level, high volume traded price level is this line right here, which is around roughly $6.60 right here. So I want to keep an eye out for that. Down below we have volume. Volume is decreasing here. You can see the moving average right here. It's on a decreasing line, the white line. Let's go further down. All three KDJ lines are fanning up. You can see that that's bullish. But the white KDJ line, there's a bend in it on the current day. There's a bend in it and it's curving. So more than likely it'll round off at the top and go sideways for maybe a day or two and then flip back down. That's why I have a bull, a crab, and a bear. It'll go up slightly, potentially crabbing sideways, then drop back down. On the MACD, the white MACD line is currently at negative 1.39 and it's trending above the red signal line. It's been doing that since the 5th of February. And it's been just like riding slightly above, and both of them are trending up. But this, in the recent couple days, it's been flipping. The white line's been angling up sharper, signaling a more bullish sign. And you can see the the growing is like not that big, but it's bigger than the previous tiny little short histogram bars. So even though they're tiny, they're growing. So that's bullish. Down below, the red RSI line, this line right down here, is currently at 54.84 and was trending up sharply. You can see that here. It's almost vertical, and then it flipped, and then it went slightly down. So that's making it more bearish, but I would say it's more crab and a bear. So it'll probably go sideways slightly and then go potentially down. The aqua CVD line is currently at 11 million. I'm sorry, 11.78 million. And it's in the consolidation mode. This aqua line right here, it's been going sideways, and that's more. I gave it a crab. The white mom line is trending similar to the RSI line. It went down, went back up, and then trended sharply down. You may not be able to see it. It's a tiny little tick that's trending back down with a descending slope, and I gave that a bear. So depending on what happens here, here's what I think. I gave it a bear signal here, even though it's more like a crab and a bear, but I gave it a bear signal, and here's why. The last time Luna did this, it went up, touched resistance, went back down within like a couple of days, and then went back up, retest, went back down. You don't see crabbing sideways up here too much. So now it went back up, and then it touched the resistance, 3 resistance lines, then dropped back down. The fact that it dropped back down with 3 resistance line, I'm thinking that it's going to go down towards retesting this support level right down here. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to go down this way. That's why I give it a bear. As far as price lines, potential buy entries, here we have currently prices right here in this area, right there. The next entry level I have is $49.50, and you're gonna see some odd change here, like $49.50, $40.10. The reason I put the cents in here is because it puts it slightly above where the buy levels are, the buy walls are, so that if price was to drop near there, you can get your orders filled in earlier. So I would consider this one. Hang on, let me get my notes here. So at $49.50, I would consider that a FOMO level. We know that it has touched there, and more than likely it'll bounce and then touch there again. So I would consider that a FOMO level. I would, if it was me, I would put like 10% in there of my amount of money that I'm going to spend. So I would put 10% in there, and then at $40.10, that would be my sweet spot, because you can see that here. It hasn't dropped below there yet, but there's a potential that it could. And when it does, that's a really good area right there. So I would make that my sweet spot. I would put 35% of my total budget in there. Then at $35.10, I would put 25% in there. $35.10 is right in this level right here. So just in these two levels alone, that would be roughly about 60% of my budget. That's where I would put it, because I'm anticipating with the macro environment the way it is, price will drop down further and it will retest at least this level and then potentially this level. It's not that far apart, $5. So right in here, 60% of my budget. Then at $30.10, I would put 10% here, and then I put 10% at $23.10, and I would leave 10% way down at $12.50. And I'll show you how these levels match up with the heat map for buy walls. So these are using Fibonacci levels and also coordinated with the buy walls on the heat map. What's currently for Luna on Binance. So here you can see here you get $50 here, and just below that around roughly $49. You get a $44. You get some other ones in between here. You got 40, 42, 40, 30, and like 39. And here's the next big one, 35, 30, a small one, 23, and 12. So I matched these up closely with the Fibonacci levels. And that's why we have these. And the percentages are, you can tweak those if you want. They're just, it's not financial advice. They're just edutainment prices. So hope that helped you. Let's, and I hope it added value for some of you. Let's feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, and leave a comment in the YouTube comment section. Appreciate your time, and good luck. Peace.